Hi everyone, welcome to your first 2018 Home Organizing Challenge. We are getting started this week in the entryway, which can be a very scary place because you're constantly going in and out, you're making piles to bring things out on your way out, and then when you come home, you're bringing piles of stuff in. So it constantly is that influx, and you've got to figure out a way to make space for the things that you need, but also get rid of the things that you don't. So what I want you to focus on this week is specifically the entryways of your home. And now I understand that the entryway is not always the front door. So this week's challenge will be a little bit different based on your household. If you park in your garage and you go in through the garage door to get into your home, then that is the main entryway that I really want you to focus on this week. If you're going in a back door, maybe there's a back entry to your home and that's your main entry, then that's where I want you to focus this week. So I want you to really take stock of, what is clogging up those entryways and exitways in and out of your home. So the first thing that I want you to do this week is really take a hard look at what items are in there. I want you to take an inventory. And so what that means is be very realistic and, kind of take a look at how many pairs of shoes do you have laying around? How many jackets? It's a little chilly in Florida right now. So we're not used to, having a place for our jackets. So sometimes during the winter, they tend to just pile up. So you have to think ahead and, try to come up with some storage for those coats for the, 2 or 3 months that we use them a year. All right, so you're going to start with taking an inventory. Just do a count of all of the different things that are clogging up that entryway. Now, once you have an idea of how many items you have, then you really want to start putting some limits in. You're going to hear me talk about limits a lot over the course of this year because a limit is something that's going to help you maintain organization. Remember, I mentioned it's important to get organized, but it's more important to be able to stay organized. And that limit that you're placing on the number of shoes that stay by the front door is going to help you maintain order by the front door. So I want you, again, to be very realistic. How many people are in your home? How many pairs of shoes did you find by the front door for each of those people? And could some of those shoes be stored in a closet or maybe in the garage? Maybe if they're play shoes, maybe you guys go in and out of your garage more often if you're going to be playing outside. Maybe you have, a pair of shoes by your front door for when you mow the yard. Maybe, again, those could be relocated to another location in the home. So think about the different items that you have and think about all of the different places that you use them. And let's start having conversations to see if there's a better place to store those. Now, the next step is to really come up with some smart storage solutions. And throughout the week, I'll be sharing some of my favorites, including this piece right here behind me. This is an IKEA shoe cabinet, and I will show you more about this week, but it has been a lifesaver in our home because we have a very narrow entryway. So, we started with a bench that had baskets underneath it for the shoes, and, it's a great solution for a lot of families. It just wasn't the solution for our family. This ended up working out much better. It attaches right to the wall. It's very slim, so it doesn't get in the way, again, of our very narrow entryway, but it still gives us storage that we need for shoes, and it gives us just a really small flat surface. You will find that the bigger your flat surface, the more stuff piles up on that flat surface. So again, us putting in this really narrow shelf right at the top of this shoe cabinet is a limit that we have placed in our home, and we now say, okay, only the stuff that fits up here can go here. So you'll be surprised at how well those limits work once you start placing them. So I want you to think outside of, the norm. Like I mentioned, a lot of people use benches with baskets for storage for the shoes, and that works great. So that might be something that you might want to try. I always recommend going vertical. So if you have any wall space at all, anything that's open, I always recommend putting hooks. You could either get, a hook system, Or you can even go as simple as just an individual hook on the wall, and each person in your family is assigned a hook, and that's where their backpack goes, or that's where their jacket goes, or their purse. So again, there's a lot of different solutions, but I want you to spend 15 minutes every day this week really focusing on what you can do to get this entryway cleared out, everything up off the floor, so that when you walk in your home, you start to have that cozy feeling that you should have, instead of walking in and just looking around and saying, what am I going to do with this? All right, guys, so this is the first week. I am just really excited to get started, and leave me any questions or comments. Let's have some really good discussions. Start sharing some of those ideas that you have amongst yourselves, and let's get these entryways cleared out. All right, have a great week, everyone. Bye.